we pass this, if we pass this here at the meeting, and it goes into publication, he told me it will be effective one day after publication. So this is as presented, the ordinance is presented, and do you have any questions from the board here? Missed that.
I'll make a motion to sign the resolution as presented.
I'll support.
We need a roll call vote.
Sure. This is- Roll call vote. Bainenbush,
Yes.
I'm gonna be sick.
Dennison,
Yes.
Gates,
Yes.
Bent says yes, and Marks.
Yes.
We'll declare that this resolution and ordinance is passed for this moratorium. Does any of the board have questions for our attorney at this time? Any comment you'd like?
Not on this, but I guess on the next issue. The only correspondence I had presented to me in the mail on pertaining to the our citizens committee was just that. The publication said citizens committee. Now we've got an agenda laid out in front of us that we're to adopt 3 new ones. That was not on my agenda that was sent to me. So I'd like to know what the recourse is at this time. That was not presented to me as a township board official. It was the official publication of this meeting said citizens committee. We sat down here tonight, there was a specific agenda spelled out of adding new members to the committee with a whole different agenda.
Is that a question posed to me?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen the, this is Ron Richards from Foster Swift, participating by phone call at the board's election. I haven't seen the notice of today's special meeting. Certainly the board is free to talk about anything that's listed as an agenda item on that notice for the special meeting. And to the extent the board wants to deviate from that, then I can talk about the ways to do that. And so it's mainly, I suppose, up to the township board about as to whether they believe that the current posting for the committee is broad enough to include the intent to discuss, as I think I heard it, the committee makeup. That's a policy call for the township board, not my call, since I haven't seen the posting of the meeting.
Understood.
Do you want anything different? We want to discuss the advisory committee.
I want to discuss, but I don't want to put out there. I don't think that was the scope of this that I got. I don't know how the rest of you feel, but this is news to me, adding 3 new members. If you want to discuss that,
Yes.
I guess you can bring it up, but I know how my feelings are.
Well, I think the reason that I got the phone calls was they felt that this committee was unbalanced, and I know when I presented this, appointing this committee in the beginning, that was my, when I read that off, that was kind of my idea to form this citizens committee and have it balanced on both sides. So there really wasn't, at this point, and I've had complaints saying that this committee is unbalanced. So I thought, in all fairness to everybody to represent the township and everybody in it, that this committee should be balanced. And all their responsibilities are is to come up with reports and bring them back to us, to the board. And then the board makes those decisions.
I guess I want you to clarify balance. Balance in my idea, we put this out, we put it out to a public meeting, we asked people to raise their hand. We had some that could have and didn't, and some that did, and some that didn't get put on. So I think we made it fair, but when I look at balance, how do we balance? We know that there's a vast number of farmers with vast holdings of land, but they are quite outnumbered by the number of residential people. So when we talk balance, how are we talking? Are we talking the number of residential homes versus the few numbers that farmers live in a home? I mean, that's the way I look at the impact, and I think this committee's done a great job for us. They came through with the impacts, and I don't think that there's any need whatsoever to change a thing.
I'm not disputing that they haven't done a good job at this point. What I'm saying is, Mark, is I had complaints to me, and I had people come up to me saying if I'd have known about this, I would have been willing to serve on that committee. And if I remember back, didn't we give you the responsibility of going out and bringing a slate of workers? My question is, how many did you contact, though?
I made a lot of phone calls.
Well,
That's-
Hold on, just a
Okay,
second.
go ahead.
I have a question.
Okay.
I wasn't here at the January meeting when this took place. But we work as a board, and I don't believe you can delegate one member of our board to put together a committee of any sort and come back 2 months later and say, well, you didn't do a good job. Everyone had adequate time to contact people who you thought may be good candidates for the committee. The February meeting, when the committee was organized, as Mark said, we had 6 people that agreed to serve. We decided as a board to choose 5 of the 6 to serve. The board, I believe at this point, as Mark said, has been working very well together. They have not always agreed, but their not agreeing makes for a good working relationship. If everybody on that committee agreed, it would be of no benefit to us, just like all of us. If we all agreed on every issue, it would be no benefit to us being.
Back to what, the way I feel it said it was unbalanced, is one of the members on the committee faxed me a letter, and I want to read that letter. It said, to James Gates, Ogden Township Supervisor, I am writing this letter of concern about a special citizens committee on the wind projects. When I was approached and agreed to sit on this committee, I was informed that the committee would consist equally of members on both sides of the issue. The charge was to identify a list of potential concerns and impacts, both positive and negative, related to the possible wind projects in Ogden Township. I believe that we are near accomplishing this goal. I have 2 concerns. The first concern is that the committee is going beyond its directive. Legal counsel might be a better choice to address the compiled concerns that have been presented, along with the consultation of the wind project developers. The second concern is that this committee is not fair and balanced as proposed when I was asked to be a participant. Please ask the board to consider appointments to this committee that would make it fair and balanced and represent a better cross-section of the township residents. So and that was written by Norris Klump, who's on that committee. And that's why I felt, and with other people saying that the complaints that I've had, I thought it wouldn't be anything wrong to make it fair to the whole community to appoint 3 more members to make it a balance on that committee, because their goal is to come up with concerns and bring them back to the board.
Correct.
Okay?
And the benefits.
And I guess my question to you is, what makes this not a balanced board? Committee. What
Because
in
we don't
the
have
group
one,
of people we have in this committee makes it unbalanced?
we don't have landowners included in that have leases.
Yes, we do.
We have the same thing here, and it's a balanced committee, I believe. You know, I look at it, we don't all have leases. And you as the individuals who do have leases believe that you can come up here with an open mind and make a good decision for the community as a whole. Is that right?
Yes. We were supposed to be
So,
representing all the taxpayers
okay.
uniformly in the town.
That's good, because I believe every member of our committee has the same ability to put aside their personal feelings, pro or con against this project, and make the best decision for the community as a whole.
I guess I look at what have they brought to us that has been so negative to it.
It isn't a matter of being negative. There's a whole list of concerns, and I think I remember when they came back and asked for a year's moratorium because they had so many issues at hand that they felt they couldn't do in that 12-month period or 6-month period. That's why they asked for the 12. So we gave them 6 months. So I don't see anything wrong about adding 3 more members to accomplish these things. So
I disagree. I
I'll make a
disagree.
motion to keep this committee as it is they are.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor. Roll call vote.
We can have discussion.
Yeah, there's no reason not to do it. We have,
Motion's on the floor, you gotta discuss.
right?
Okay.
I wanna say more. I think this committee has done up and above board. They've come to us, they've come with a list of impacts, presented them to us, and as you know, that's all they are, they're an advisory. We set the final stage. We do that through the attorney that we've hired, it'll all go through him. They've done a great job. Mr. Mead, because he is meticulous, because he goes up and beyond, I feel has been treated unfairly on this issue. It's been brought out publicly, named that there's problems. I don't see that whatsoever. He's been more than upfront with all of us, told us last week that what he read out was a compiled list of ordinances that he put together, gave it to us to take to an attorney, which, by the way, was forced to take that issue to our attorney this morning.
Okay, you want any further discussion? If motion's been made, we got to take the roll call vote.
Marks,
Yes.
Dennison,
Yes.
Bush,
Yes.
Gates,
No.
and Vince, no. So carried.
Motion carries.
Would you like any more?
You know,
Yeah, we don't have any. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
This is Ron Richards here. This is a special meeting of the board, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I've got 2 comments. One is, as I understand it, the moratorium ordinance passed because you passed that resolution, right?
Yes.
Okay. Under the Township Ordinance Act, we've got to either publish the whole ordinance that you passed or a summary. And so I'm perfectly able to prepare a summary. I just want some guidance as to whether you want me to provide a summary to the township clerk to maybe cut down on the publication costs.
I would move to take that summary.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to summarize it, Ron.
Okay, all those in favor
Great.
signify by
I'll
saying
get that
aye.
to you quickly
Aye.
then, Phyllis.
Okay, all right, thank you.